Mic check 1, 2. Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark, where the real sharks make they mark. Monday through Friday grind, yeah. Deep charts up on the main screen flicking. Orderflow patterns thick like the tension. Watching that delta spike like a heartbeat jumping. Big trades coming in, feel the money pumping. Volume profile, paint the picture clear. See where the weak hands shed a tear. Option flow, whisper secrets loud and true. This ain't no game, son, it's what we do. From the hideout, encrypted feed, planting seeds, fulfilling every greed. Track the webs, see where they swimming before the herd even knows they're winning. Profile hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts tools, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming, volume, profiles deep. Options flow secrets, the promises I keep. From the shadow, watch the market weep. This ain't no playground, this game I read. Break down the levels, set the trap tight. See the imbalance bathed in the screen's light. Gamma exposure, yeah, we track that too. Know the pressure points before the move is through. Liquidity zones where the battles commence. We position early, building the defense. The check going wild, but the focus stay cold. Reading the tape, watching the story unfold. This ain't no hobby, this the street apply. Financial warfare, nowhere to hide. The stream is live, the knowledge is power. Watch the clock tick, minute by hour. Profile hideout, volume spikes, delta grows, options shift, deep charts low. The hideout hums, where the real money goes. Profile hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts tools, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming, volume profiles deep. Option flow secrets, the promises I keep. From the shadows, watch the market weep. This ain't no playground, this game I read. Profile hideout, Friday sign off, stream cuts to black. Stack the gains, ain't looking back. Hideout, secure tools locked down tight. See y'all Monday for the next big fight. Mic drop, silence. The screens fade to gray. Another week conquered. Another payday.
Morning, good afternoon, wherever you are on this planet. Maybe, yeah, that's looks better. All right, got like 15 minutes till the open. Let's see what we got. All right, so on the weekly, we yesterday closed above that high volume node here, trade towards value area low from last week, closing back inside of value from last week. So now it's going to be a thing of, are we able to hold and continue to potentially that naked point of control. So overall looks bullish. Obviously this can fail, but yeah, strong. Could potentially consolidate, to be seen. On the daily, everything above prior range high obviously is going to be really bullish. Maybe a gap fill. Let's see, where are we? Not that far away. $80 points. That's not that far currently. But I do think we got some high volume pivots up here too, like around 30s, 24, 30s. Anyway, that's for in a minute. So yeah, I'll be looking for potentially price gap close, bounce straight above prior range high, and then trade towards this close. That's basically naked overall. Obviously there's levels in between. Still got a little gap going on here. But in general, if you start trading above prior range high, I'll be looking for pressure towards the 400s. If we fail and trade under the prior close, we could repair that old structure we yesterday pumped. That could be a thing. Or an idea. Either way, the highs here are going to be important levels. And the opening price is going to be key too, because we are trading with a gap. So if we open so prior close, if you open somewhere here, we stay above that opening price. Everything above that opening price is going to be looking really bullish. Wait, I can use my epic pen now. So if this is the opening price and price opens up, not the best idea to short it. Even if it comes back, retest could still be a good long entry and or buys. It's only when we fail and trade below, I'll be looking for lower levels. We did hit like a major call wall at the 240s on that news spike there. That could be somewhat of resistance. So if we trade up and we're unable to trade above that, this is still going to be heavy resistance. To be seen. So I'm basically looking at these options data to see where they're positioned. For example, that 240 level was this one here. It's calls here. So whenever price hits those bullish option plays, they need to hedge, and then it probably sell into that. And once it flips, this is where it starts to get really bullish. So this probably is going to be very good line in the sand, that 240. If it's trading above, it's very likely towards I don't even know what that level is, 600s on the Qs. That's going to be way up there. I have to convert that level. And downside, 580s. 580s, 575s. Let's see where that is. Let's see. $580s is 24,033. That's the one I was talking about before. It's basically this level here, where we basically just bounce from. Interesting. Yeah, I'm waiting for the new data because this data is from the close from yesterday, so I kind of want to see the new data. Maybe I should mark that level. Where did I put that? This was at 240 level. If this is going to be resistance, basically trying to look at it as a block at the moment. 575. 575. Where are you at? $8.26. That's somewhat lower. That could also be a little bit of an extreme. 8.26. To be seen if that's information is still the same when the market opens. Let's put a level. Let's put a level. And this one is probably a nice pivot too, that 33. But don't want to overdo my charts for now. This market is also so news driven, so not the biggest fan. All it takes is just one Trump tweet. Morning, sir. I seem to buy it though. Yeah, that 240 level is the level to beat. Yeah, we're changing a lot around here. because I'm using like the order flow from the options chain. And I want to, if I'm focused on the screen, I want it like on my one screen here. I don't want to look left and right the whole time. It's super annoying. But at the same time, I mean, that's not really the issue. The issue is like I'm streaming. That's basically the issue. I'm streaming. Life would be much easier if I weren't streaming, but we're doing it. Basically gonna see on the top right screen the pressure from the SPX. I should put it on SPY. Why is this on SPX? When the market opens. And the bottom one is going to be the gamma exposure from 0DT, like the current contract close today. Also gives some nice information. Basically going to be using this to see if there's support or resistance at the level I want to play. Morning, morning, morning. Market's about to open here. We're gapping up though. Market's open. Can we please act normal? Not sure how this actually works. How do I drag it? Bro. What is it I'm doing wrong? Either way, that might take a minute. Heavy selling coming in here though. Oh, look at that. Do we get news? Yeah, 15 minutes off the open, top of the hour. Looks strong though. Even though Delta is not representing that. '90s. Seems like they want it higher. Buyer stepping in here.
Monday morning, screens glow cold. NASDAQ opens, stories unfold. Orderflow charts, the truth they hold. Watching money rivers flow, bold. Delta pressure building heat. Violent spies like heart attacks beat this concrete jungle. Take a seat where fortune made her face defeat. From the hideout, watch it tape. Monday to Friday, no escape. Nowhere. Volume profile, shape my fate. Yeah. Options screaming, seal the gate. Deep bass pounding in my chest. Stand on, keep a fit or stack the paper, pass that step. In this market, I am bet. Screams like prison bars, I'm locked in. Every tick another battle to win. See the footprints where the whales begin.
It's a bullish open though. Gap to the upside, trading above the opening price. Was a little bit fake out here. Not really anything I wanted to enter on. Back to the 240s probably. There's support here, 170s. From a profile perspective, it looks like it wants to close the gap to the upside. There's more gaps than one gap. Dude, they're selling it hard here. Just grinding up. Kind of want to sell into that level. Kind of anticipating this level to fail, and then it would probably drop back towards opening price. Doesn't look like it though. It's at 62 at the moment. Gotta get some support here. Can you wanna just go break even on this? Yeah, I think so. Still a little bit of a bouncy bounce area. $91's next. I want to take some profit at these levels. Keep a runner. Kind of want to take it all out. See what that level does. If you close back above, I'm taking it off. Nope, seems like not. overall, I'll be looking for a range gap, then the price gap, as long as we stay under the current open. Delta is looking like it's shitting itself. There's support at 990s. 990s. That's basically around that halfway of that gap. I'm anticipating price to melt towards that spot and close above. I'm closing this position. I mean, I could give it a little bit of room. That should have been my out. I'm anticipating the support to be resistance. And everything looks kind of bullish. Theory, this still is like I mean, it's not like gap and go, gap and retest. Maybe like it's opening up bullish, it's coming back, retest would still be a valid play for longs. It's just at this point at top of the range, I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I want that resistance support to be resistance, as it's doing right now. And then melt towards the 990s. Basically, is this put wall at the moment. Struggling though. Sellers are clearly in control on the SPY. Looks good so far. I think it looks good. Just gotta wait. It's the hardest part by trading. Do nothing. Some buying coming in here. Not strong enough though. Delta is just melting. at the same time, it's starting to look like absorption because the market selling into this and someone is buying it here with its limit orders. Kind of want to see that red line stay above the green line. I want to see the green line go down. Gamma exposure is kind of bullish, which is interesting. It's now starting to cross here. First line of defense is 70s. That's way up there. It's gonna be my stop. If you break that resistance.
Monday morning, screens glow cold. NASDAQ opens, stories unfold. Orderflow charts, the truth they hold. Watching money
Back above the opening price. In general, it's strong with a gap to the upside. There's just not a lot of conviction to the upside as of yet. Maybe just waiting, reloading before they do so. See what happens here. Buyers try to step in here. That's my stop. Or not. Definitely not something I want to hold if it breaches that low. Right, that gives me the time. Last update. Basically need to convert those levels. Damn, what's that? So this level's in the 450s. That's way up there. Where's the bottom here? Where's the bottom? $578. $23,950s. It's basically on the gap close. That's the bottom of it. We're basically doing business here. Not really any conviction in the market. Buying and selling going on. Delta is not looking too strong though. Still trading in the first 15 minutes. We're about to close first 30 minutes in a minute or two. Yeah, very balanced, choppy, open. Basically looking at these two here, profile-wise. It's big sellers, which represents in the big bubbles here. If that pops, I don't want to be short for sure. It's very likely to just hit my stop too, like. My funded futures.
Monday's cold open, caffeine in my veins. Boot the system up, chase the order flows pain. Pre-market whispers, volume paints the frame. Find the zones where the big boys play the game. Delta's telling tales where the money's lane. Bull trap a breakout,
I've never tried them, sir. Never. I couldn't tell. All right, we're still at news. Dude, I forget that shit all the time. In 30 seconds. Still super bullish overall, the net gex. It's almost at 2 billion. News. Move the market in the opposite direction. It's getting sold into. That bar, let's get sold into. Strong though. Very likely to get stopped out here. Monthly price. I'm not sure if they do that already. I think that's something in the pipeline, but it's not there yet, I think. Oh, there's my lost contract. Probably could have just taken it off though. Especially once we started rejecting here. Yeah, I mean, 1 micro. In general, this high volume node would have been a better pivot to place my stop above. But that, yeah. Try clicking on the graph icon next to aggregate DEX. This one. Is it that one? I don't know if... More numbers? They're freaking small though. It's an interesting one for sure. Kind of want to have that bigger. Is that able to... Are we able to do that? Doesn't look like it. hitting that wall here. If you go past that wall, there's not much at the moment. I need more music, dude. I check the SPY and the SPX once you add one to each other. And so from what I've seen, because I use NDX to like convert from those levels to future levels. Like, look, maybe I can do it. Where am I clicking? Jeez. It's like they look so different, dude. Like, look at this one. I think the SPY is the one we need to watch. It's NDX too. And this is Q's. Look at this one. I was watching this one first. Like, this does not even make sense how that moves. Is that volume? Whatever it is, I have no clue, but don't watch that one Orderflow wise. Just keep it at a SPY. Gives me a good gauge. From what I've seen lately, I've been putting in many hours back testing all this shit. But sir, I need more screens. That's so much going on. You always need to sign the agreement. Regardless, it's a rhythmic thing. SPX is not looking too hot. I'm gonna just keep it with SPYs for now. Jeez, what a boring open. You should put NQ instead of MNQ because it's not real information, Fabio said. What do you mean? Put... What do you mean with you should put NQ instead of MNQ? Trading NQ, right? Yeah, that might be a thing. Just only watch that data. To be seen. To be seen. This is the cool thing about deep charts. You just put it on NQ. So you're watching NQ, but you put your order console at MNQ so you can cross trade without much hassle. That's all good. It's all good. But do we short again? That's the question. Probably not the best thing. It's a rough day, sir. Been there more than once. I just think she might retrace towards 240s. At the same time, yeah, the level, Z level. Am I a scalper? I think I'm a scalper, yes. Especially in this market condition, are you gonna buy and hold? Like, this is just a most insane, crazy market. She will go like up 100 points and 100 points back down in 0.2 seconds. It's just such a weird thing. This market is so strong. SPX is over. What? Dude, I'm not. How the fuck does that move, dude? This. Nice. You go to the left, please. Dude, I'm not sure how this slide thing works. It's freaking annoying. Well, the only thing I can give you as advice is to put in some sort of hard lockout before you start trading. That would have saved me a lot of money if I would have done that in the past. Yeah. Dude, IB is about to close in 15 minutes. The market has not gone anywhere.
I got the time today. I'm looking for all of the fades, want all of the smoke. All of my goals inside of the scope. I'm taking it healed and coming for more. Woke up, didn't even stretch. I'm placing my bets on myself. I be doing the most. Why you always talk like you wanted the goats? I ain't gotta speak cause I already know. This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove.
I don't want to do business here. Might take a 5-minute break or something. Go get a cup of coffee. Go to the bathroom. Come back and then magically she will move. Right, I'm gonna do that. I'll be.
truth. When I'm in the booth, I take you to school. Yeah. This ain't a lesson. I put on this armor like it was my weapon. I'm stepping, the ops can leave. My props are these utilities he put inside of my belt. Feeling me, it's just the face I can tell. But really the king is the one you can smell. Ha, this ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique. Shine bright like jewelry. Of course you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose. And he can prove I took his burden and yo, it's like moose when I hit the moves. Yeah. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity from the go. I told you I already know. You can't tell me anything. I mean anything. That's for sure. I already know. I know my identity. My identity from the go. I already know. Already know. Yo, mic check 1 2. Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark where the real sharks make they mark. Monday through Friday grind. Deep charts up on the main screen flicking. Orderflow pattern stick like the tension. Watching the delta spike like a heartbeat jumping. Big trades coming in, feel the money pumping. Volume profile, paint the picture clear. See where the weak hand shed a tear. Options flow, whisper secrets, loud and true. This ain't no game, son, this what we do. From the hideout, encrypted feed, planting seeds, fulfilling every greed. Track the whale, see where they swimming. Before the herd, even knows they winning. Profile hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts too, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming, volume profiles deep. Options flow secrets, the promises I keep from the shadow. Watch the market weak, this ain't no playground. This game I read. Break down the levels, set the trap tight. See the imbalance bathed in the screen's light. Gamma exposure, yeah, we track that too. Know the pressure points before the move is through. Liquidity zones where the battles commence. We position early, building the defense. The chat going wild, but the focus stay cold. Reading the tape, watching the story unfold. This ain't no hobby, this the street applied. Financial warfare, nowhere to hide. The stream is live, the knowledge is power. Watch the clock tick minute by hour. Screens glow, data flow, volume spikes. Delta growth, the hideout where the real money goes. Profile hideout, live streaming the heat. Monday to Friday, can't miss a beat. Deep charts too, see the order flow bleed. Big trades calling, fulfilling the need. Delta screaming, volume profiles deep. Options flow secrets, the promises I keep from the shadow. Watch the market weave, this ain't no playground. This game I read. Friday sign off, stream cuts to black. Stack the gains, ain't looking back. Hideout secure, tools locked down tight. See y'all Monday for the next big fight. Mic drop, silent. The screens fade to gray. Another week conquered, another payday.
Said I'm taking big shots, just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like the 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like the 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. They been trying to get me cheap like a thrift shop, but I told them it's my time, check the wristwatch. They been talking way before they even doing something. Whoa. If they wanna play, let's get a tip off. Ain't no silver lining, dawg, this some rose gold. Getting new money, I'm a old soul. Yeah, I get it bouncing like like a pogo. And I'm too cold like Frozone. And my chick Elastigirl. Told him we ain't in the faking, this ain't plastic, girl. Bought a new whip and cash, now my taxi thorough. Way I'm shooting like step, but my pass is bro. The way I'm playing the field, I'm in a league of my own. And now they all in
Right, let's see what's happening.
I'm hitting the climb, I got no time on the low. Way I'm shooting is messy, the way I'm hitting the goals. I'm taking big shots, just stop. Way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop, way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. I just left, but you know I'm coming back though. And you know I don't play by my rags though. Now go and turn it up to the max, whoa. Send a paper to me now like a fax, whoa. Got 2 phones ringing off the hook now.
Huge call wall, 585, which is, wish my brain could convert that automatically. Yeah, 240s. Hello resistance. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop, way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. And we got fit speakers.
Told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop, way I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot.
Almost wanna push a button, but 15 minutes in the session, still in that first half hour IB. This could easily do something like this at this point. Kind of want to wait with a short after under opening price. Kind of want to avoid the chop. Someone's mowing the lawn. Not sure if that's coming true. Squeezing. Patience. Sir, does loss in beginning is 100% sure? Is there nobody who just start profitably? Does that sentence make sense? Sir, does loss in beginning is 100% sure? Is there nobody who just start profitable? It's confusing me right now. You mean with like taking a loss early in the session and then keep punching it? The delta is flip-flopping here. How much time does it take to be profitable? As long as you let the market teach you the lesson you need to learn over and over again. I'm definitely not yet where I want to be. It's 1% better year after year, year after year. And I think the biggest thing is just because if you make $2.5 grand in 5 days, it's not about learning to make money. It's the opposite. Learning to lose. It's definitely the hardest part about this. Regardless of your system strategy, if that's something you can do, you're profitable. Regardless if you're trading in MACD, crossover, EMAs, whatever, it really does not matter. I would just recommend trading with a hard lockout, so you never put yourself in a position again. I know I make mistakes. If I'm not putting that guardrail up, I'm very keen to keep pushing and then do more damage than I should have done. And then the next day you wake up, you start trading, and then you make all of that back in 2 trades. Yeah. Dude, I'm not a fan of this price action. It's not going anywhere. Is someone talking? Delta flipped hard here. Can we go up a little bit more? Liquidity grab. I'm really looking at where the pressure is in the options market. This is a huge wall. This is that 240 low. So my best bet, if I want to go short, is to see what happens here. I want to see it touch, fail, touch, break, fail, and or it breaks, and then it's back to the upside. That's what I'm trying to be So I'm trying to do here, and that would align with the current call wall here, which is a little bit higher at the 270s. If I like earlier, I liked the fail of this level for a move back to opening price and then potentially a gap close. At this point, shorting here is going to be, I'm exposing myself to too much risk here. I'm just trying to eliminate trade ideas at this time. Right, IB closed. Looks strong though, not something I want to short just yet. The long probably made more sense, but I don't want to. Break of structure, as in you fail, something like that. Depends. Because if she breaks out here, she closes above, that would confirm a break in the hourly IB to the upside. Then she could still come back towards very high POC and do like a rebalance, like a reload. I kind of want to be here or under here. Kind of want to avoid this. I tried it once. I don't want to push too much here. And market's strong overall. Like I might be looking for a short, but don't mistake it, because we're opening up with a gap to the upside profile wise. We're kind of opening up bullish opening price wise. Everything above that opening price is bullish. A retest is still valid bullish. You can see this is still reloading here. Market's bullish. Market's strong. Me looking for shorts might not be the most ideal thing. There's just more meat on the bone if price does the sweep above here, then fails. That would be a way stronger level to short from than over analyzing these 1 minute candles here. Structure, break of structure wise. Kind of want to see that break of structure after this has happened on top. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do. Don't do what I do. Especially do not do what I do. I'm anticipating something like this. It didn't close above, but you wicked above. So basically that's strengthening that direction. Basically it would be profile wise, I would be looking for where is the strength in buying, that POC. You basically have to look at the whole zone. Something like that. If that fails, that would look gnarly, but this could still be a reload and then sweep back up. I'm just trying to anticipate some fuckery here. Also, just because that call wall is like at 270s at NDX, that's like above that level. I mean, I could be wrong and this could be the short, but I'm good with like waiting for that then. If it fails and it trades back towards that opening price, good chance that she'll break opening price and trades towards the gap. So I'll then trade that if I trade at all. Selling it hard overall though. It's hard to tell, sir. I mean, this thing is such news driven. Sirens heard in Tel Aviv over the 4 time 15 minutes, blah blah blah. It's like news headlines like that just make the technicals not that technical, because it will like overshoot, regain. It's really what makes this market difficult, in my opinion. At the same time, could short against that level with a tight stop, but I don't want to use tight stops. There's enough meat on the bone, because if I zoom out, this is the price gap close, this is the range gap close. I can definitely wait for price to get below that level to trade towards these levels. Pharaoh, sir, doing very well. That's what it is, man. That's what it takes. Be red, walk away, come back tomorrow, do it all over again. Part of the game. Because the top of the level is 587. Bottom of it is what should destroy these shorts? Sweep to that level and sell off. That's what I think is gonna happen. My magic 8-ball is telling me that. should trade it though. That was basically obvious price action here. Was late. I'm not filled. Why am I not filled? Fuck. Should have marketed in. Brutal. I was way too late. I should have been super watching it here. Bad entry. Push. I'm cool with that. Was a bad bad entry. If I would have been watching what I was talking about, I wanted to be closer to that. I would have still been, but it's too likely to something like that. So I just want to take what I can get from it. Like exactly what I was talking about is happening, right? Now maybe if you get back under, that could potentially be some, depending what the order book here says. If we keep trading inside of this, I don't want it. I don't want any part of it. It's going to be either this or this. Oh, it's going to be that. Exactly like this, like one candle to here. I think this is where the volume is. So this is basically the line in the sand here. So ideally, I was short here and I would have been break even. And this was my support or resistance in this case. Still looks strong though. This is exactly why I needed to be earlier, because it's so likely to do that little NASDAQ scan wiki and then still close strong though, so it still has to fill, but yeah. Kind of a really sluggish session though. Really sluggish. Almost want to. Not gonna do it. structure in this book is just something I don't want to. I want to be really precise. I want to have really solid levels like that one or that call wall. It was a lot of effort and she's not going anywhere. So I'm not sure if that is a really bullish thing. Just died here, not going anywhere. Let's put on some AI music. I do think the reaction from yesterday, the pump, was such an overreaction. It just takes one tweet to freaking nullify that whole move. It's crazy that the overnights have been producing way cleaner ranges than US session. It's crazy. I mean, for me, the edge lies into, especially on an index as NASDAQ, it's when the US opens. It's when the options, everything starts moving. The stocks themselves start moving. That's what drives the market. I'm not going to change that because of the current situation. That whole war stuff just ends sooner than later. And I think the main reason is because this is when the Americans wake up and then they start talking whatever they start talking about. And then that keeps price in this contained whatever until one Trump tweet and then we go 700 points up. Could be. I think it's because Trump sleeps and then the market behaves normal. It's just so unpredictable at the moment. Like you get the right idea, something happens, something, the news pops and your 15-point stop gets annihilated. I definitely do not want to do that again. Could recreate it, but I'm good. I'm good. A little bit worried about that. Bigger block from 270s. Probably works the fuck out again. 270s. Yeah, that will give me 20 points to spare. Looks too. Yeah, I don't want to be involved in a second test here. Oh, really, NASDAQ? The level makes sense, but the structure looks too strong. They're trying to sell it. Let's put on a berry song so we can sell off. Buyer stepping in. Still heavy to the downside though. Shoot.
Pre-market whispers, screens glowing low. NASDAQ futures gap down, watch the pressure grow. Fingers of a cold over keys that seal the fate. Will the gap hold steady or seal the bulls late? Negative gamma lurks, a phantom in the code. Algorithms whisper, heavy silent low. The open bell's a gunshot, echoes through the pit. Who blinks first loses, gotta make the play legit. Gap down on the open futures bleeding red. Will they trap us in a hole, leave the gamma dead? Or the bulls gon' rally, push the price back high.
Winamp. This is shit. I wish everyone was using ICQ too. I was trying to download it, but I think that company it's gone. No more ICQ. Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like old school shit with like I need to look into it, like skins and shit. It's cool. It's awesome. All right, get into that 470, 270. Market's bullish though. Gap to the upside, trading above the opening price. There's nothing bearish about this market, even though this level makes sense. This could also be a flip level. A lot of business being done here, to be expected at a level like this. That's when you know your level is right. When you see a lot of bubbles on a level like this, and I want to see the reaction from this level more than I want to short it like this. And then still from a higher time frame, or like from the current 30-minute IB, she could still come back for a reload and then go. Still, everything is still super strong. This is just the top of one level. It's basically this big boy, and the edge of it like is here, so it probably has somewhat more up. Probably the reason why this one is so much higher. I don't know. It's gonna be a shoulda, woulda, coulda trade, but I'm very happy to sit this one out because everything just leans too bullish. $40 points. That would mean 40 points. Wait, let me see. 4 points on the spies. That's gonna be 4 strikes. 4 per strike, 10 points. 40 points. ES. That's gonna be more than quadruple on NQ. That's a huge move up. Oosh, there's a wall here. 270s, 269. Yeah, this is definitely not something I want to long into for sure. This could be the range 190s, 270s. There's something here. The 270s. What exactly? Don't ask me. $589s. If I would have gone short, I would have probably cut it above that candle though. Definitely don't want to short above that level. I should not be shorting anything at this point. I should not be thinking about shorts. Why is there a short something on my screen?
Streaming live from the hidden booth. Screens glowing in the dark, where the real sharks make they mark. Monday through Friday grind, yeah. Deep charts up on the main screen flicking. Orderflow patterns thick like the
The 30-minute IB was perfect play. I mean, perfect. Looked ugly as hell, but you break out of your initial balance. 1 minute, 50 minute, 30 minute, 1 hour, whatever it is. Retrace, failure air high, POC, long. Especially with everything going on, like gap to the upside, trading above the opening price. Then this was just yeah. I want to short it, probably. This thing is just slowly grinding against that level. Are we gonna flip it? Yeah, I'm not getting too much wiser. Yo, bro, why am I not even able to move lines? The fuck is this shit? To be honest, how much do I want it? How much and why do I need more P&L? So from a profile perspective, I would be looking for that close from the session from 25th. We basically closed that gap, that range gap. If she keeps pushing up, I'll be looking for that 390 level. But this thing is just freaking just going. Was one pullback, one real pullback here. Probably should have focused more on the long side. I don't know. there's just no momentum in the market. This is just at one point she will come back and then probably do it all over again. There is room to play, but need support. This could easily kind of losing interest in this market. Just a little bit too worried about this level. Because we're basically pushing against the high of that block. Dude, this market, this market. I'm gonna give it a few minutes, think about what to do here. There's really no need for me to keep pushing it. I'm losing all my pivots. Most obvious trade would have been losing the opening range, trading towards the gap close, trading towards the price close, and then regain. Or this is just stairs up. It's not even a stair. This is like, I don't even know what this is. You'll see it. From the moment I leave the stream, she will start moving. So I'll do everyone a favor, shut down the stream, and she will start moving and everyone can trade. I think about that. And I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.